Hey guys, real quick. I want to tell someone's just sent me this. Ranking the best landing spots for Austin Reaves during the 2025 offseason. I only know one of these fucking trades. It's okay. It's an important. It's got my brain hardwired. And no, that's not the meds. Zach Buckley. We might have to have a sit down conversation. Zach, you and I, we might have to have a sit down conversation. Ranking the best trade landing spots for Austin Reaves during the 2025 NBA offseason. So I've been on record from the Lakers saying, one, I think the Lakers are probably not going to have a good offseason. I'm just looking at their realistic avenues and pathways for them, and I sense disappointment. Okay. I don't think they should trade Austin Reaves for a multitude of different reasons. I get that it's a little bit sketchy with his free agency and stuff coming up. They'll be able to bring him back. I think he's going to want to stay there. I don't think they should trade him because, yeah, he had a very disappointing postseason, but he's still a great third option. He's still a great secondary ball handler to have on your team, somebody who can run the show even when guys are out. I don't think they should trade him because LeBron's going to turn 41 years old this year, and Luka has not been the picture of health over the last really 3 or 4 years of his career. So I just think trading a guy like this is a very, very risky unless you're getting a massive return, which, you know what, maybe that's why the first trade, the trade that I'm talking about that you'll see on here, maybe that's why they would do this is because, yeah, I don't think trading Reaves for Gafford makes any fucking sense. Right? We've mocked it. We've seen it mocked a handful of times, but I don't think it makes any sense whatsoever. But let's just look at this, okay? Potential Gafford or Austin Reaves trades. Toronto Raptors gets Austin Reaves and Maxi Kleber for Jakob Poeltl. Again, this is kind of what I'm talking about. This is a terrible trade for the Lakers. And I wonder if he goes into it a little bit here. Like, Jakob Poeltl is completely and totally fine. Solid, probably middle of the road starting center. I think this is kind of similar to like Gafford, right? Gafford in his sort of standing. But again, I don't think Poeltl moves the needle enough for you whatsoever for this trade to make any sense at all for the Lakers. So I'll just say that up front because I want to be fair here. That doesn't make any sense at all. Utah Jazz. Austin Reaves, Jared Vanderbilt, Dalton Connect, and a 2030 pick swap that's top 3 protected for Walker Kessler, Colin Sexton, and the 43. So this is where we start to get into, okay, so I go back to what I said, where it was like, all right, like I don't think you should trade Reaves unless you're getting like a pretty sizable return. Now, this is a pretty sizable return. But here's the problem with like these Reaves mock trades is like, for it to make sense for the Lakers, they'd have to be doing a stupid fucking fleecing. You know, like they'd have to be doing a stupid fleecing. So in this trade, Colin Sexton, I think, is worth the first-round pick by himself, probably. Like a 2030 protected pick swap, to me, feels like the type of draft asset that Colin Sexton would go for. It's nothing crazy. It's not like a big asset or anything like that. But this makes sense to me. Walker Kessler, sounds like the Jazz are holding out for Kessler, and they're wanting like a big return. And I think that's the right call. Like, he's young. He's very good. He's young. He's very good. He's, under contract. He's going to be a restricted free agent. Have they extended him? Either way, like, it makes total sense to keep him around unless a team just blows them away. And I don't think this is the package, really. Like, Reaves is cool. But if I'm the Jazz, what is Reaves doing for me realistically? I'm not ready to contend. I'm still hopeful I get my blue chip guy. I have some young guards on my roster. And just based off where I am in the draft, I'm probably going to end up with a young guard. It sounds like they love Trey Johnson is what everyone's reporting says, or Jeremiah Fears. Like, I'm probably going to get a young guard in this draft as well. So I don't really need Reaves. And so all I'm getting out of this really is Connect is just a run-of-the-mill young guy for me. I don't think he holds like stupid value. I'm getting Reaves and a protected pick swap in 2030 for a team that'll have Luka on it more likely than not. For Kessler, Colin Sexton, and I'm also trading a 43 overall pick, which I don't think that matters really because the Jazz have so many picks. This is a terrible deal for the Jazz, in my opinion. If this were to play out, I think this would be a bad trade for Utah, straight up. It doesn't make much sense to me. Pelicans, this is a 3-team trade. I was about to say, did I miss something? Did I miss a big trade recently? Austin Reaves to the Pelicans. And Rui and Gabe Vincent. All right, interesting. The Lakers get Nick Claxton and Cam Johnson. The Nets get CJ McCollum, Dalton Connect, a first-round pick from New Orleans, and the 2031 first from the Lakers. So the Pelicans are trading McCollum and 2 picks, 2 pretty heavily protected picks, to be fair, for Reaves, Rui, and Gabe Vincent. Okay, yeah, I think that's actually, I don't think that's that bad for them. The Lakers are trading Reaves, Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent in a 2031 first, and they're getting rerouted in this Nick Claxton and Cam Johnson. That's interesting. This one's actually pretty interesting. I don't know who says no to this. The Pelicans need a guard. You're replacing CJ McCollum with Reaves. Reaves can sort of handle the main ball handler point guard duties, which is something you do have DeJounte Murray coming back from an Achilles injury. This one's actually kind of interesting, I think. I don't think this one's terrible. For the Nets, you're getting what could be some pretty interesting future picks, especially that one from New Orleans in 2029. I think he cooked. We got to give props where props are due. I think he cooked with this one, if I'm being honest. The Detroit Pistons, Austin Reaves, the Lakers get Jalen Duren, Simone Fontecchio, and the 37th overall pick in this year's draft. So Duren's interesting. He's got a contract coming up. I'm not sure what his value would be necessarily. If this trade were proposed, I think in the offseason last year, I would say this is like a no-brainer for Detroit and a stupid trade for the Lakers, honestly. But Duren was fantastic in the back half of the season. And I do think like pairing Duren alongside Luka in the future makes quite a bit of sense. And there was reports that they did look at him before the trade deadline. You know, and Duren's on one of those contracts where the Lakers could go after Duren without having to give up Reaves financially. Like Duren's not making that much money, obviously, because of his rookie deal. This one's interesting. I actually am interested in y'all's opinion on this. Who do you think says no to this? Because the Pistons do need another ball handler. And if they just kind of feel like, we like Duren, but we don't know how comfortable we are paying him what's probably going to be $20 to $30 million a year when his free agency comes up. I'm assuming he's not a max guy. Does Reaves make sense? Who do y'all think says no to this? This one's actually interesting. So this main reason why. So all of these feel somewhat fair to me. Like all of these feel, yeah, like the last 2 trades I think are pretty even and make a lot of sense. I do think the Jazz trade doesn't make any sense. I think the Pirtle trade is actually terrible for the Lakers. The Jazz trade, I don't think the Lakers are giving up enough. So then I got to ask, what went wrong here with the Mavs trade? Wait till you guys see. Like when there's a Reaves Mavs trade, like usually it's like Reaves for Gafford. And yeah, that's not fair at all for the Lakers. And I understand Lakers fans being frustrated with that proposed return, right? Even if it's Reaves and a pick for Gafford, I still think that's a trade that I don't know if I would entertain all that much if I were LA. So think about those, and what I'm about to show you will shock you. Okay? So the Mavericks are getting Austin Reaves, but hey, Shake Milton's also involved in this trade. And they're giving up Derek Lively and PJ Washington. What happened? I don't understand. How did we go from like Jakob Poeltl, Jalen Duren? How did we go from like, yeah, we're trading Reaves and a couple picks and stuff for Cam Johnson and Nick Claxton? How did we go from that to Derek Lively and PJ Washington? Well, how did that happen? The Mavericks need a ball handler to hold things over while Kyrie Irving recovers from his ACL tear and support score to slot alongside a healthy Irving and Anthony Davis. Yeah, I mean, Reaves would be a nice fit in Dallas. Don't get me wrong. And I hate to harp on this, but he should have already been here. Like he should already be on the Mavericks, right? Like, if anything, Nico should be calling Pelinka and saying, hey, bro, like, you honestly owe us one. So just send over Reaves. Okay, the Lakers would need to decide. Now, here's the part that pisses me off is then like the Lakers would need to decide whether Lively qualifies as the impact big they're after. The Lakers wouldn't need to decide fucking shit in this trade. If this trade were offered, I was just about to say, I think it would rival being as bad as the Luka trade, but obviously that's not true. But there would be nothing to decide. That you like if Nico's dumbass uttered these words, the deal would be agreed upon before you finish the sentence. There's nothing to decide. And since he spent a season plus with Doncic and Dallas, Lively might hit the ground running in LA. Washington, meanwhile, has the same connection with Doncic. It could bring both defensive versatility and shot making to the perimeter group. I got to be honest with you up front. I would be hesitant to even do PJ for Reeves straight up. I have to be honest with you. As an Mavericks fan, I'd be like, oh, there's no other way that we can make this work. I'm absolutely not doing Lively for Reeves straight up. Absolutely not. Both fan bases might gripe about losing the players involved. No, they wouldn't. Milton, for the record, would merely make the money work. Oh, that was the big hang up for me was Milton. I don't think the Lakers can afford to lose Shake Milton in this deal. But that usually just means a trade holds win-win potential. I don't think that's what that means. Lakers fans would be upset by this because they're fucking Lakers fans. That goes without being said. Oh, my Lord. I'm just laughing at it. It's just yeah, Reeves for Jakob Poeltl. And it's just ugh. The Mavs couldn't even get Maxi Kleber back in this deal. Couldn't even reunite Maxi Kleber. It's yeah, Jakob Poeltl makes some sense. It's okay. And then Derek Lively and PJ? Damn, I don't want to give you either. Hilarious.